So you have something like this, and your directions will say, find the measure of angle x to the nearest degree. Okay. Side lengths, we round to the 10th. Angle measures, we round to the nearest whole number, because we don't usually use decimals with angles. Okay. You're still going to set up your equation, okay? Tangent of the angle equals the opposite over the adjacent. The difference here is that we actually have an angle measure. No, we don't. We're finding the angle measure, okay? We're actually looking for that. So you would say the tangent of x, which is the angle we're trying to find, equals, then we're going to set up our ratio. What is our opposite?
80.
Yep, 6. And our adjacent
8.
is 8.
That's the answer.
Nope, because we're solving for x. Now, before we do anything further, I want you to think of, like, our square root key is a function, right? And the inverse, there's always an inverse operation to a function. The inverse of taking the square root would be to square something. Each of them are inverses of the other, okay? So, although tangent of x is a number, tangent is a function, so to speak. So, in order to find x, we really need to get rid of tangent. You can undo them, but you need an inverse function, okay? So, for now, I'm going to turn this into a decimal because some of you will need to do that. But some of you with more deluxe calculators will be able to do this in one shot. So I'll explain that in a minute. Here. So that would be 0.75. Now, it's an equation, so whatever we do to one side, we do to the other. That's the rule. The thing that undoes tangent is actually inverse tangent. And if I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other, okay? So tangent undoes, or inverse tangent undoes the tangent, which leaves me with x. But that means I've got to take the inverse tangent of whatever 6 over 8 is, okay? So, if you have to do the decimal first, you're going to put in 0.75, or, put in your fraction, 6 divided by 8, and then you need to locate your inverse tangent key. Usually it's right above the tangent, tan -1. If you can't find it, let me know. But some of you will have to have the fraction in 6 divided by 8 and then do second tangent generally to get you the inverse. And you should come up with something that rounds to 37. Yes? And that's an angle, so we want the whole number. Now, if you've got the calculator that lets you display everything, you should know that by now, you can do inverse tangent of 6 divided by 8. You might have to close your parentheses, but that should give you 37. Yes? Okay. So it just saves you a little bit of work, and you don't have to round if you can leave your decimal in the calculator. All right. So we're actually going to do a couple of your homework problems.